And it's only going to get better. I mean, this is not going away. And Donald Trump's name is not going to vanish. And wait till foreign entities start publishing all the names.
Hi, John Fugelsang.
Oh, that's not the first time you've said those words to me. Hi, how are you, ladies? Hello, gentlemen.
Wow. I'm normally just blinded by your beauty, but that was wow.
Oh, stop
Interpretive
it. Good
dance.
morning, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning. How about that Pam Bondi, huh?
I can't wait for Pam Bondi to be disbarred and sent to jail for the rest of her life so I can tell her how great the stock market's doing.
That's right.
That's
right. By the way, so we were saying, man, they're losing MAGA. Prominent MAGA voices call for Pam Bondi's head. So, Kyle Rittenhouse. I was wondering what he thought. He said Pam Bondi needs to resign.
Oh, well, okay.
Conservative radio host Eric Erickson said Bondi should quit or be fired.
Wow.
He said when the attorney general is asked why she's prosecuted no one related to Jeffrey Epstein, this is her answer about the Dow. She should be fired or resign. Tim Pool, prominent pro-Trump commentator.
Oh, wow. All the elites.
Also,
what a summit.
Nick Fuentes, I always want to know what the Nazis think.
Always.
He demanded that she be impeached. Pam Bondi needs to be impeached. You lied about the existence of the files. You lied about unindicted collaborators and accomplices. John, it does feel like there's some weird aligning of the universe.
It's going to, listen, it's starting, but it's going to be very slow and it's going to last a long time. I mean, Kyle Rittenhouse, he thinks Pam Bondi's getting away with murder over here. The thing is that this is what we predicted all along. The reason why Donald Trump hires completely unqualified flunkies is for this very reason. That's why he hires Kash Patels or Kristi Noems or Pete Hegseths, because they are morons and twits. An adult will say, Mr. Trump, that's illegal. You can't do that. But a dope like Pam Bondi, who he already knows. I mean, he only hired Pam Bondi because he couldn't get the child rapist he wanted, Matt Gaetz, to be America's top. Let's never forget, he wanted a different child rapist to be our top cop.
Yes.
But he hires these incompetent boobs because he knows that they'll take the fall in the end. As soon as it gets inconvenient for Trump, then Pam Bondi, Pete Hegseth, Kash Patel, then they'll go. But they are there for one reason, to be fall guys, and they're too dumb to know it.
Who was the one this morning? I can't remember. That was implicated. You read something disgusting to me. Now I've forgotten already.
I can't remember. That was last
come
hour.
On, narrow the field a little bit. One of them did something disgusting, really?
This one is the New York Giants guy. What's his Steve Tisch, Hollywood producer. Yes, he detailed how Jeffrey Epstein's relationship with him was solely about connecting the owner with women in Epstein's orbit. So surprising. Epstein plucked women from his orbit and delivered them to Tisch. They met in 2013, 5 years after Epstein was convicted. According to an email sent to Epstein, Tisch was blown away by you in a positive way. Thinks you're wonderful and interesting.
And it's only going to get better. I mean, this is not going away. And Donald Trump's name is not going to vanish. And wait till foreign entities start publishing all the names and all the unredacted names as well. This is going to drive the campaign, and the Democrats have got to start promising independent special counsel. I want to hear a Democrat promise they're going to take scanners down there to that island to find bodies buried under the ground. I want them to fundraise off of this.
But to your point about MAGA, we were just talking about MAGA turning on Pam Bondi. I'm hearing a lot of this sort of anecdotally. I don't know if you are, but Jack Hopkins posted, I was born and raised in rural Trump country. I'm telling you, I continue to see hardcore lifelong Republicans saying Donald Trump. They do not fit into the but they'll still vote Republican category. The level of anger they're feeling will not find them voting for Trump or a Trump-endorsed candidate. Not going to happen. I know these people. I grew up with them. This is different. I mean,
I'm sorry. This is
it's not just polling, right? We're seeing it's
the exact thing we saw 18 years ago. They hated us. They hated us, Stephanie, for questioning Bush and Cheney in the Iraq War. The media's forgotten, but you remember the before times, right? They were so blindly, bloodthirstily loyal to George Bush and Dick Cheney. You find one Republican now who'll defend Bush and Dick Cheney. They are as fickle as Donald Trump is fickle. And in 10 years, I swear to God, they're going to deny they ever voted for him after 2016.
I've always loved your line. America's an old couch and Trump is a black light. 20 simple
Yeah.
questions for MAGA friends who still deny Trump's 20 plus years of public racism.
That's my Substack. I actually
yeah.
listed 20 questions about his decades of racism for you to share with your friends
Yeah.
who still defend him.
Yeah, no, it's great. Go use it as a primer, won't you? Where was Barack Obama born, please? Why was Trump
That's my
fired from The
favorite.
Apprentice? Who are the Central Park Five? Right? I mean,
Right.
it goes on and on.
It's a helpful guide, yes. But I mean, I thought it was amazing this week for Pam Bondi to think that the stock market being up would be comforting to the rape victim sitting directly behind her while she, all the trauma counselors say NASDAQ doing well is
Yeah.
really what heals people.
Sure.
And here's the greatest tell about this. That moment when Pam Bondi brought up the stock market, so who cares about the child rape? That told us everything.
Yeah.
Because the stock market she'd rather talk about, that matters to the predators. That matters to the accused
Yeah.
men whose name she's protecting. The stock market does not
You know,
matter to the victim she couldn't face behind her. And
someone-
that was the entire tell. It
Yeah.
was authoritarian certainty.
Someone made a really good point that it really is disturbing. They said, one of the parts of this story is imagine pedophiles around the world watching this. I mean, this is what enables and empowers people to think they can get away with it, which is why I guess they victimize children in the first place, right?
Yeah,
'Cause they're
but only the
vulnerable
elite
and-
pedophile. You know how hard it is to break into the elite pedophile class, Steffi? Most pedophiles, they have a hard time ever getting any kind of protection from anyone. You've got to bring in $20 billion. Look at Elon. I'm not even kidding. Elon Musk has posted about race almost every day for the last month. He is reposting white supremacist garbage every day or every other day, but because he can raise 20 billion really quick, the tech world doesn't care. Silicon Valley will overlook the racism, and believe me, there's a lot of rich guys will overlook a lot of rich guy child rape if you have enough zeros in your bank account. So
Yeah.
it's completely but again, we're alive at the first time this is happening. This is happening because of the altar boys who came forward, the Me Too women
Yeah.
who came forward, the military sexual survivors who came forward are the only reason we're having this dialogue right now, because holding men accountable for sexual abuse is historically an extremely recent development.
Yeah.
And this is the first time the human race is doing this on this scale. And it's amazing to be alive for it.
Yeah. Speaking of the racism, by the way, none of this should surprise us. So Trump was confronted about the Obama ape video. And Mr. President, have you fired or disciplined that staffer who posted the video from your account that included the Obamas? No, I haven't. I mean, the fact that someone even asked that question as if that could even possibly be true, that a staffer
Only
did
he and
it, is why
Scavino
we
have
are where we
access.
are.
He said only he and Scavino have access to that account. They know it.
No, I haven't. That was a video, as you know, on voter fraud, a fairly long video, and they had a little piece that had to do with the Lion King. Okay, again, no effing gorillas in the Lion King.
And the only piece he posted was the Obamas as gorillas, not the entire video.
And he said it's been very well, it's been shown all over the place long before that was posted, but that was a very strong, I'm sure you saw it was a very strong piece on voter fraud. The piece you're talking about was all over the place many times, I believe, for years. Mr. President, were you aware the Secretary of Commerce visited Epstein Island? No, I wasn't aware of it. No, I didn't. I actually haven't spoken to him about it. But, from what I hear, he was there with his wife and children. I guess in some cases, some people were there. I was never there.
Yeah. Where do you want to begin with that?
Okay, go ahead. Just go.
Well, first off, I think I would love to see Donald Trump share a cell with Howard Lutnick for the rest of his life. I think that actually, I could live with that. But did you love the Lutnick story this week? Like lunch on Epstein's Island?
Sure.
7 years after he's a convicted child sex offender, you bring your wife, kids, and nannies?
Yeah.
That happens all the time, right, Steffi? Hey, kids, put your phone away. We're going to pedophile Nirvana for sandwiches, right? Happens all the time with your wife and kids. I mean, and again, you don't accidentally vacation with a convicted child sex trafficker.
Yes.
And Van Hollen, to his credit, asked whether the nanny on the boat was the same nanny Epstein had expressed interest in meeting.
Yes.
And Lutnick's like, I don't know, never crossed my mind. Which is pretty crazy, Steph, because for most parents, is this convicted child sex offender interested in my kids or their caregiver? That's one of my top 3 questions. Right after, where's the bathroom? Do you have sunscreen? Are you after my child or the babysitter? It usually comes up for me. Why does Howard Lutnick still have a job?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Any of
Because
them.
he's useful to Trump. The more hateful he is, until he becomes embarrassing for Trump, he is safe in his job.
You wrote yet another great piece, Fake Christians, Fake Patriots, and Fake Halftime Shows, Turning Point USA. As readers of the New Testament will notice, a profoundly fake Christian organization which waves around Jesus' name while consistently opposing, smearing, and lobbying against his actual teachings.
Yeah.
So
That's for you, Charlie.
you said because the NFL dared to book Bad Bunny, a U.S. citizen, this year's Grammy winner for Album of the Year, one of the most popular artists at present on Earth, who happens to be Puerto Rican, which is to say he is American. People, they're still not over it, having to watch 8 minutes of Hispanic people being happy, right?
Do you know Megyn Kelly goes to see West Side Story and then angrily in protest goes to the ladies' room every time Puerto Rican characters get a song. That's how committed she is. Did you know that? And they're Christians, Steffi. They're Christians, and that's why they wanted Kid Rock, because he is the only American halftime show performer who's also in a sex tape with a lead singer from Creed. That means a lot to Christians, you know.
I actually blame West Side Story for the reason that people think that Puerto Rico is not part of America technically because of that damn song.
Yeah.
Where they sing about wanting to be in America.
Oh, a boy like that. Yeah, we'll kill your brother. Yeah.
Okay, so Stephen Sondheim's who I should have been mad about all this time.
Yeah.
That's
my point.
This was
John.
beautiful. This is for people who don't think Puerto Rico's American, but the Confederate flag is. Yes, Bella. Sorry, go ahead.
Hey, the good news, John, is since we found out that you and I are in the Epstein files, along with the rest of the sexy liberals from the Beacon Theater show, we could get a job in the Trump administration, couldn't we?
No, I'm afraid not. Our names aren't redacted. Only people who rape children get to have their names blacked out and work for Donald Trump. It's a whole system, Steffi. You have to earn it.
I understand. Yeah. Listen, there is good news. Let's talk about it again. Sean says the pride flag is flying again at the Stonewall National Monument. Love is winning. MAGA won't erase our history or take away our rights. As someone said, we're going to undo everything he did. Mm-hmm. You know, the people of Minneapolis are heroes. They stood up. Let's hope ICE actually does get out. Again, as Governor Walz said, trust and verify. But man, in election results, in ruling, in judges, even Trump judge rulings, John.
That's right.
We're winning, you know.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, listen, the fascists always lose. I mean, show me one time in history an extreme conservative religious authoritarian government were the good guys. Show me one extreme conservative religious authoritarian government in all religions in all of history that are now considered to be the good guys. These guys are failing. They're failing all over the place, and we have to remember they're going to hurt a lot of people on the way down. They still have a lot of power. There's 3 years till a presidential election. But stop and smell the train wreck. God bless the people in Minnesota. And you know who else? God bless those people on the grand jury who laughed Jeanine Pirro out of the room and Pete Hegseth trying to indict Mark Kelly and the other 5 Democratic veterans for their video. This is ordinary citizens that are saving us. We can complain about Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer all day if you want to do that, but it's never been the politicians who save us. It's never worked that way. The politicians catch up with the people, and it's going to be us, including the conservative brothers and sisters who realize they've been hoodwinked. Yep. I know. We can't answer their waking up with smug liberal "I told you so"s. We got to make the tent bigger and smite these people because they're already done with Trump. He can't save. Trump can only hurt them in the midterms now.
Anyone can pitch a bigger tent. It's you.
Oh my God.
Oh well, when I'm around you, baby girl, that happens all the time.
Can I have my joke bomb? Let's end with this. Trump's approval rating, the latest AP poll, dropping to just 36% among overwhelmingly unpopular deportation operations. His polling on the economy has cratered over the past year. His overall approval ratings have followed suit. 39% new NBC poll, 37% in the Economist YouGov poll. According to the pollster, immigration enforcement has taken a steep drop since last spring. So, that's the stuff that's got to keep us, realizing, again, that we're not the ones taking the crazy pills, right?
And everyone in this cabinet, especially Pam Bondi, needs to learn the lesson. They're not going to learn it in time, but temporary power is never worth permanent disgrace. And speaking of musicals, just remember, guys, The Sound of Music, that's a story about artists and the military and clergy working together to resist Nazis. Okay? It's more timely than ever.
There you go. Yep. All right. We love you, John Fugelsang, our Sirius XM Progress brother.
Yes.
Never miss a show. I love you, honey.
Take care, guys. Happy President's Day.
Yeah, you too.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob Circosta, and it's time for another Bob's Best Buys. And today, we're talking about pain, something we can all relate to, right? Whether it be stiff joints, sore knees, or those everyday aches and pains. Well, now there's a way to help control the pain, and it's called Artrex, a cream that works. From the team at BioVed, Artrex is activated by Ayurveda, an ingredient that's been around for 5,000 years. It focuses on natural wellness, promoting circulation, and helping to fight inflammation. It's plant-based and absorbs fast. And just for listening right now, BioVet has put together a special package you won't find anywhere else. Go to biovetproducts.com/Bob. That's biovetproducts.com/Bob. Isn't it time to feel better, move better, and live better? Now you can with Artrex.